It's Around the House. When it comes to remodeling and renovating your home, there is a lot to know, but we've got you covered. This is Around the House.
Welcome to the Around the House show, the next generation of home improvement. I'm Eric G. Thanks for joining me today. This is our weekday update. This is that show that ends up in between the weekend show we didn't get to last weekend. We're not going to get to this weekend. This hour is also brought to you by our friends over at Monument Grills. If you're looking for a brand new barbecue, and here's a little secret, I think they're going to have some Black Friday sales. So save up and get ready for that gift for that special someone in your house. Check them out at monument.com. Well, today, I wanted to talk a little bit, since it's been a hot subject in the news. And now we're not talking politics, but we're talking about how do I get rid of fluoride in my water? And we're not going to sit here and get into the big debate of fluoride, but it seems like there's a lot of issues with it in the water system. And there's a way to get it out before they change any, or if they do change any regulations out there to remove it from our water supply. So if you're living in a city that has fluoride added into your water system, there is a great way to check it out. And that is over at King Water Filter, or as their new name is going to be, freedomwatersystems.com. Now, these guys are a proud sponsor of Around the House show, and I love working with these guys. But they have a really great deal over there on water filtration that's easy, and there's none of those filters that you have to change. So that's the cool thing with this. So it matters, what do you have in your water? If you've got acidic water, if you've got chemicals like toxins, PCBs, MTBE, TCE, THM, fluoride, lead, it's got radioactivity removal, tannin removal, arsenic, chlorine, and chloramine. I got to say that this morning. Hardness, nitrates, sediment, sand, silt, turbidity, bacteria, cysts, and virus, chromium-6, iron and manganese, PFOAs, and sulfur, and hydrogen sulfide. They have a system that will work for you. Now, here's what I recommend before you dive into any water system like that. And here's the thing, always test your water. And if you talk to my friend, Caroline Blazowski, America's Healthy Home Expert, she will always tell you, see what's in the water so you know what you're working with. And the same people over there at Freedom Water Systems will say the same thing to you. You don't know what you got to take out until you test it. So get a hold of those guys over at Freedom Water Systems. Make sure you get a test kit, pick it up from them, and then they can design the system around what you have. And one thing to do too is if you're on a city water system or if you're on a well, they have systems for both. But you can really dive in and take a look. On a city system, many times you can log in and look at where you get your water bill from. A lot of times they will post up their testing. Now that testing is usually at the water plant, not at your meter where it comes into your residence. So you want to make sure and test it at your house, follow the testing procedures, make sure you're good. If you're on a well, there's a whole other system there. But you want to make sure that you're testing it correctly, because you could have some lead pipes out in the street in front of your old house, and there's no lead coming out of the water system, but it's your house, there is. So you want to make sure and test it at your house. And then once you have that, you can work with your water professional. And I tell you what, over at freedomwatersystems.com, those guys really have a good system over there. I have been working with some friends. I've been emailing back and forth, middle of it all, looking to see how it works. And they have some amazing experts over there to help you get this dialed in so you've got clean drinking water. And the cool thing with this is, like I said, you don't have to get down there. It's not a reverse osmosis system unless you have to have something that's that bad. But 99% of the time you can get down there, don't have any crazy filters to change. It'll last you years. Some of them, when you have pretty dirty water, you have to put in a system that flushes, which will require power. Some of the more basic ones don't. That's the one we just put in at the beach house. And I tell you what, it really changed the quality of water there. And it sure tasted a lot better too. And that's the key. If you've got that water, maybe you're in the desert. These guys are based out of Las Vegas. It's made in America. Great stuff. So check them out at freedomwatersystems.com. And there is a promo code you can use. And I'll put the ad here in this so you can get it. But that's Eric-23. I'll put our ad in here so you guys can hear it. Hey, it's Eric G from Around the House. Are you tired of low quality water in your home? Do you have bad tasting water? How about chemicals, minerals, and a hard water scale tearing up your bathrooms, appliances, and your water heater? I have a great solution for you. It's time you stop the damage and check out King Water Filtration. This water treatment system takes care of every drop of water that comes into your home. It uses no salt, no expense filters to change, and it's made right here in the USA. Plus, it prevents hard water scale. To find out more information, head to kingwaterfiltration.com, and if you use promo code ERIC-23, it will give you $1,000 off MSRP with a discount on a filter that will resolve those water quality issues. Don't miss out on this amazing sale on a product made right here in the USA at kingwaterfiltration.com. That's kingwaterfiltration.com. And don't forget promo code ERIC-23. If you're worried about the fluoride in your water, if you're worried about other things in your water, it's a great time to get that stuff dialed in and make sure that it's looking good. Now let's jump over and check our recalls real quick. It looks like Govee Life and Govee Smart Electric Space Heaters are recalled due to fire and burn hazards. Imported by Govee, about 500,000 of those were sold in the US, about 48,600 in Canada. And the Smart Electric Space Heaters can overheat, posing fire and burn hazards. Testing determined that the Smart Electric Space Heaters do not comply with voluntary industry standards, posing an overheating and fire risk from wireless control features. So H7130, if you've got one of those, unplug that thing and jump back. You can go over and get a full refund on the purchase price, but head over to cpsc.gov/recalls for more information here. And then Quad Lock Mag Battery Pack recall due to fire hazard, imported by Quad Lock. You can check out those. There are about 13,700 of them. Don't use those. Wolf Appliances recalls dual fuel ranges with infrared griddles due to burn and fire hazard. The range can short circuit if liquids boil over or are spilled and turn on the griddle, especially posing a burn and fire, unexpectedly posing a burn and fire hazard. So stop using the recall ranges and contact Wolf Appliance to schedule a free repair. There's a lot of those, 44,000. That's a lot of Wolf ranges out there. That's a good one. Bayofali crib bumpers recalled due to suffocation hazard. Guava family recalls Rome strollers due to fall and injury hazard. And that's really the big ones here. Let me make sure. The last one is the Manhattan Comfort recalls floating wall theater, entertainment centers, and panels due to injury hazard. When attached to drywall without toggle bolts, the panels of the recalled floating wall theater can detach and fall. So that's another one there. And that's the end of our recalls. All right, everybody. Well, I'm hitting the road. I am in California here, having a great time, getting some stuff done. And I'll be back for the weekend here, but we got a great show coming up this weekend that you don't want to miss. We're going to be talking about everything outside, and we've got a new product for you people out there that you can find on the store shelves at Lowe's that really makes that DIY or contracting even easier. And I'll tease you with that, and we'll be talking about that this weekend. If you want to find out more about us, head over to aroundthehouseonline.com. And don't forget our premium membership if you want to catch the show early on Thursdays instead of Saturdays. Sign up for $4 a month and you can get our premium membership as well as easy access to me with your personal home improvement questions. I'm Eric G. Thanks for tuning in to Around the House. We'll see you Saturday.
Somewhere unseen and undiscovered, anywhere beyond the mean. Life is a love song, let's be lovers.